के फूल चढ़ाए, आओ मिलन मिलाए, आओ मिलन मिलाए, आओ मिलन मिलाए, आओ मिलन मिलाए।
Hello, everybody. Brian Abena here. I'm an incredible.
Shanti, good morning.
Just check if it's loud enough.
Nobody's answering.
So today is the 1st of January 2023. What I found so beautiful is that Baba's really today giving us very clear idea what he wants us to do. Okay. And so Baba is saying to us to have equality in the aim we have in the qualifications that we attain in our lives. And qualifications really is what we experience, isn't it? When we ask somebody what are their qualifications, it's like what do you do? And so if we ask ourselves, we study the whole idea of Raj Yoga and being a soul. And so our qualifications is that we live like souls. And I think this is something for each one of us, because the lesson is not going to change, you know. The knowledge is always about being a soul, but how do we practically bring that qualities of the soul into our lives is actually our challenge. And so today, on the 1st of January, we also have a very powerful, whether you call it an initiative or collective effort from around the world, because January is a month of power, Abhiyat month. And so the theme for this month is being solid, having solitude and practicing concentration. And the theme is about really learning. Today's topic is being bodiless. And it's so beautiful, you know, that you can have an objective, but if you don't know the method to actually get there, then the aim is just a very nice vision only. And so this practice of forgetting the body and actually really being just the soul is what Baba is really reminding us of. He's saying something very interesting, is that the thing that comes in the way of everything is just this one letter word, and that's the I. And you know, last week even when Baba spoke about humility, Baba made a very nice sort of connection when you're interacting with others, and even if they're difficult, you find it easy because you work with your natural qualities of being peaceful and loving. That's humility. And so if we think about humility, it's not hard work. It actually is that where I let go of what other people will think or what other people are saying. But what I really do is I get back to what is my natural nature, what comes easy to me. And so being humble really means to be the self. I take away the additions that others have implemented in the world, in the community, or even onto me, projected onto me. I have the courage to, I was using the word sacrifice today, you know, to really make that sacrifice and let it go. And I think that when we think we need to sacrifice, there's a feeling that I have to give up something. But if we realize that the sacrifice is not really a let it go, but it's actually a reborning. I had this little experience of a little person who was still wearing nappies, and this child didn't want to let go of wearing the nappies, and he's growing older, and so the parents were like thinking what to do. And the child was finding comfort in having this security of the nappy. And something triggered the mother, and she said to the mother said to the child, you know, there's worms in that thing. You shouldn't wear it anymore. So because of that, he stopped wearing the nappy. But what was very interesting is that he didn't want to wear it again because he felt the liberation of not having to wear that. And yet, before that point, there was so much of security for that child in wearing the nappy. And yet, when he became free from using it and realized he didn't need it, he could manage without it, he actually experienced such liberation. So, for us as well, whatever we are putting on as add-ons into our life, we may have done that because we think that it is what's keeping us safe and keeping some level of security in our lives. But is it just because there's fear inside of us? And that fear is actually between me and the truth, which can actually create freedom. So, this month being a month of silence and whenever we are collectively doing something, I think the energy is very high, it's very amplified. And so in this laboratory, many new discoveries will come. But most importantly, I need to look at myself to see which are these little traps I have sort of received or created an understanding that that's what serves me. Because actually when we have nothing, we actually unburdened. It's not that actually we are unsafe, we unburdened. And so the only thing that we can actually do is for ourselves have a good vision of that. And so Baba's Murli is really a beautiful mirror that allows us to look into those ideas. It's a safe space, I feel, for us to enter into that arena, which sometimes we hesitate to go into because it might be a place we're not used to. But for so many years, Baba has given us so many different opportunities to enter that space. So especially take benefit from this powerful month. Just like 18 January itself, that just the date is different. And yet that day, Amrit Veda becomes an amazing experience. But why is it? Because we collectively put so much importance to it. So in the same way, around our world, our whole world family as a BK family are all putting a lot of attention on this special month. And maybe from this special month, it will become another month, and another month, and another month. Baba's giving also many yuktis about not being too busy. It's actually sort of dividing our year and saying, couple of months to small programs, couple of months to silence, couple of months to big programs. But please don't keep yourself too busy, is what he's saying. And then finally, the thing that is really powerful in this movie is the vibrations. No matter what we do, finally, what is the vibration I need? If I've done something wonderful, but I'm insecure that it's good, wouldn't be a good thing. So inside there has to be a deep sense of being peaceful, being content, being satisfied, being safe even. Internally, we need to cultivate these beautiful vibrations so that no matter what we do, that's the gift we leave behind. Because when we walk away, what fragrance of vibration do I leave behind me? And I think this is quite an important thing. Can I really leave behind a deep sense of peace and love when I interact with others? So Baba's Murli today, this Murli was spoken by Baba on the 26th of March 1993, and today the 1st of January 2023. And the essence, the title of the Murli is the Aviyat year, make your aim and qualification same. Today, incorporeal and subtle Bapdada is seeing the most elevated brown souls in their subtle and corporeal forms. All of you souls who are personally in front of the Father in your corporeal forms, and the children who are in their subtle forms are also in front of Baba. Bapdada is pleased to see both. All of you have one thought and enthusiasm in your hearts that you will all become the same as the Father, from corporeal to subtle, and from subtle to incorporeal. but that they see this aim and the qualification for it in every one. What is visible? The aim of the majority is very good and determined, but the qualifications for it are sometimes determined and sometimes ordinary, bringing about equality in the aim and qualification is a sign of becoming like the Father. There are some who have imbibed 99% of their aim, and all the rest are number-wise. However, to what extent have you imbibed the qualifications constantly and easily in a natural way and made it part of your nature? In this, the majority, you have done this up to 90%. All the rest are number-wise. So why is there a difference in the qualifications and in making those qualifications natural and part of your nature, according to the time, according to the circumstances, according to the problems? Some children are making any qualifications the same and making efforts. But greater attention is now needed in making them natural and part of your nature. You are celebrating this year as the year of stabilizing yourself in the stage of an Abhiyat angel. But that there is, please see both the love and efforts of children, and he also sings a song. You know the song he sings? Wow, children, wow. Along with this, he further wishes to see equality between all children's aim and qualifications. All of you also want this, do you not? The Father wants this, you want it, and so what comes in between? You also know this very well. You hold workshops amongst yourselves, do you not? Baghdad saw one special aspect for there being a difference between the aim and qualification. Whether you become a subtle angel or incorporeal, the main basis is to make this constantly your natural nature, is to become egoless. There are two types of ego. When you speak, there is one main phrase, and that is body consciousness. But there is a lot of expansion of body consciousness. One is body consciousness in a gross form, which many children do not have. If there is attraction to bodies, whether to your own body or those of others, that too is body consciousness. However, some children have passed that gross form. They may not have arrogance or attachment to bodily forms in a gross way, but in relationship to their bodies, they have special sanskaras, special intellect, special virtues, special talents, or special powers. The ego of those that is arrogance, intoxication, and hostility is subtle arrogance of the body. Out of all these subtle types of arrogance, if there is any one type of arrogance, then neither can you naturally and constantly become subtle angels, nor can you become incorporeal, because subtle angels do not have any body consciousness either. they are double light. The arrogance of your bodies does not allow you to become incorporeal. You have all paid very good attention this year. There is zeal and enthusiasm. There is a very good desire. You want this too. But let there be further attention paid. Please check, does any type of ego or arrogance change your natural form into the form of an effort maker? So you know the word effort maker is Purushada, which means I'm still considering myself to be a soul riding this chariot of the body. So the difference is practicing I'm a charioteer or being the charioteer. That's what Rabbi is saying. So check, please check. Does any type of ego or arrogance change your natural form into the form of an effort maker? Is there a trace of subtle form of ego that still remains, which may emerge according to the time, or even sometimes according to the service you do? It may only be a trace, but it will deceive you in that particular time. Therefore, Bhagdada's desire is that you fulfill your aim that you have this year. As you move along, even though you don't make a specific mistake on a particular day or at a particular time, you do sometimes experience not knowing why there isn't the happiness that there should be on that day or at that moment. You don't know why on some days there is loneliness, hopelessness, or suddenly a storm of waste loss. Nothing like that happens. Huh? He's checking us out. He knows, no? Robert says, these feelings come and you check yourself and you say, but you had Amrit in you. You went to class, you did service, you did your job. And so why is that happening? What is the reason? By checking the gross things, you understand that the mistake hasn't been made, but the trace of a subtle form of arrogance does emerge. This is why you are unable to put your heart into any task. This is where the labor finishes. When the heart is in the task, there's no more work. There is only disinterest and you feel sad. You then even want to go to a place of solitude or think about going to sleep. You want to go for a rest or move away from the family for a little while. The reason for all of these states is the wonder of the trace of something. Don't even call it the wonder, Kamal, but call it an upheaval, Damal. To be completely egoless means to become subtle and incorporeal. Sometimes you have no desire to do anything. That doesn't have to know. Sometimes you have no desire to do anything. You think, is it going to be our timetable all the time? There has to be some change to arrive at this stage, even against your will. When you become egoless, you will not want to come down from the subtle or incorporeal stages. You will experience yourself to be lost to those while your original stage is incorporeal, is it not? The incorporeal soul has entered that body. That body has not entered the soul, but the soul has entered that body. So your original eternal form is incorporeal, is it not? Or is that of a bodily being? The support of a body has been taken, but who has taken that support? You, the incorporeal soul, has taken the support of a corporeal body. So what is the original soul of the body? Soul. Are you sure about this? Is it easy to stabilize yourself in your original stage or in the stage of taking support? What is easier? The door of arrogance to enter is one word. What is the word? The word I. Practice whenever the word I is used. Bring the original form in front of you. Who am I? Should be the soul. Should it be the soul or should it be I and such person? You give others the knowledge of how the word I makes you fly and how the word I makes you fall. If by saying the word I, your original incorporeal form is remembered and it becomes natural, then this first lesson is easy, is it not? So check this, instill this habit. As soon as you think I, the incorporeal form comes in your awareness. How many times do you say, I said this, I will do this, I think this? You use the I, you use the word I many times. So this is the easy way to become incorporeal and subtle. Whenever you use the word I, let your incorporeal and original form instantly appear in front of you. Is this difficult or easy? Your qualifications will then be certain to become equal to your aim. Simply use that easy way of becoming egoless and say, become egoless and see. Let this eye of arrogance of your body finish. It is the word I that takes you into the arrogance of the body. You become aware of the form of I, the incorporeal soul, then this word I will take you beyond any arrogance of the body. This is light, is it not? Throughout the day, you probably use the word I. How many times do you think? It says between 25 to 30 times. You may not say it, but you probably think it. So nice checking. Let's see. How many times that word I pops up? I will do this, I will do that. Even when you make plans, what do you think? When you have practiced doing something so many times, what would happen to your awareness of your form of the soul? It will make you incorporeal. Become incorporeal, become a subtle angel, carry out your task and then become incorporeal once again. Have a relationship with your relationship of karma. Do not have any bondage in a relationship. To have arrogance of the body means to have some bondage of karma. To have a relationship with the body means to have a relationship of karma. There is a difference between the two. There is a difference between taking the support of that body and being under the influence of that body. Now this, I think we all have to check. You need to make your own little chart and see when are you getting influenced by the body. And even Bali is saying that when we're doing karma, is there a relationship or are we bound by it? So by taking the support of that body, an angel and incorporeal soul will not have any bondage of the body. They will have a relationship, but not have any bondage. This year, Baba will see the result to what extent your aim and qualification from becoming egoless, subtle angels and incorporeal are becoming equal. How often we say, I'll just finish this then. I'm just going there then. What does that mean? If it's not done, what happens inside? Do you replay that all the time? Because when we're doing something, we have to be present in it, isn't it? If we're going to do it later, then it's okay. Then we think about it later. But how often I'm sitting here and I'm still thinking what is going to be done. And until I finish it, I have a little sense of like, something done, there's something that I mustn't forget. You know, nothing must go wrong, I have to get it done. So all those things then become that action influence me. And I think we all know what happens. That's maybe where the checking comes in. So the sign of greatness is humility. The greater the humility, the more a soul will automatically be great in everyone's heart. Without having humility, you cannot become a master bestower of happiness for all. Humility easily makes you do this. The seed of humility automatically enables you to attain fruit of greatness. Humility is the easy way to claim blessings from the heart of everyone. A soul with humility is easily given a place of love in everyone's heart. Humility automatically makes you worthy of praise. The special sign of becoming egoless is your humility. There is humility in your attitude, humility in your drishti, humility in your words, and also humility in your connections and relationships. It should not be that you say, it wasn't in my attitude, but the words just emerged. No, whatever is in your attitude, so accordingly will be your drishti. Whatever is in your drishti, your words, will be according to that. And whatever is in your words, that will also be your connections and relationships. There has to be humility in all forms. If there is humility in three and not in one, then there is a margin for allowing arrogance to enter. This is known as being an angel. So do you understand what Baba desires and what you desire? The desire of both are the same. Now let the deed be the same. What new plans for service will you make for the future? You have made some plans already and you have yet to make more plans. Whether for the future, whether for this year or for the future years. You say for the future plans that you will give lectures, you will increase contacts and relationships, you will have large and small programs. You think about this, ever according to the present speed of time, the speed of service also has to be just as fast. How will that happen? You are doing service through words and through connections and relationships. You are also serving through your mind. However, what is now needed is that there will be greater success in service in a shorter time. Success means, I would get very creative on dictionary. Success means, nice sense to see you ever at the brain, not you, brother child. Success means, results. Success means results. The way to achieve this is that, along with words, first make your stage and vibration of your place powerful. For instance, what service does your non-living images do? The spirituals in the temples, what are they doing? They're standing around looking good, no? And giving off some nice vibrations. So they satisfy so many devotees with their vibrations. They do this and they not have the double foreigners in their temple. They are your temples, are they not? Or are they the temples of only the people of Bharat? They are yours too. Your images are doing service. So by all means, serve with words, but now make your plans that, along with words, create such a method of serving with vibrations, so that the vibration in words perform a double task. Vibrations stay for a longer time. When people hear words, many forget them, whereas the impression of the vibration lasts longer. You have experienced in your lives that any wrong type of vibration stays in your mind, stays in your minds and in your intellects for a long time. For how long do those wrong vibrations last? They stay inside you, do they not? At that time, the words are forgotten, but an impression is left on your minds and intellects in the form of vibrations. For how long do you then remain under the influence of those vibrations of others and interact with those people on that basis? What happens? Sorry, this happens, does it not? So then, I'll read the line again. For how long do you then remain under the influence of those vibrations of others and interact with those people that basis? This happens, does it not? Whether they are wrong or right, vibrations are removed with great difficulty. However, in order to spread spiritual vibrations, first finish the vibration of waste in your minds and intellects. Only then will you be able to spread spiritual vibrations. If you have wasteful vibrations for anyone, you cannot spread spiritual vibrations. The vibration of waves becomes a wall in front of spiritual vibrations. No matter how powerful the sun may be, if there is a wall in front of it, if there are clouds, the light of the sun cannot come through. So strong vibrations are like a wall, and lighter vibrations are like light clouds or black clouds. They don't allow spiritual vibrations to reach souls. Many things can be caught in the sea at the same time by people throwing a net. And some people spread their nets and make many people belong to them at the same time. In the same way, vibrations can attract many souls at the same time. Vibrations create sphere. So when doing service in future, together with your attitude, do service with your vibrations, and the speed will then be fast. If together with vibrations and the atmosphere, you do service with words, you will benefit many souls at the same time. For the program, make more use of an already prepared stage. Increase that form of service. Taking this cooperation from those you contact, you can expand this type of service. Increase cooperation from cooperative ones in any way. Then by being cooperative in service, they will automatically become easy yogis. There are souls who do not become easy yogis straight away. However, you must keep taking cooperation from them, make them cooperative, and then by moving forward in giving cooperation, their cooperation will make them into yogis. So in Hindi, it's quite nice that I mean word is yogi and say yogi. So say yogi is cooperative soul. So bring cooperative souls onto the stage of service. Make use of their cooperation in a worthwhile way. Do you understand what you have to do? If even one soul gives or receives cooperation, that soul moves forward easily with instant blessings and becomes an instrument to serve many others. So you know whenever souls cooperate, they have this deep feeling of being like worthy. Because we all want to kind of, it's coming from that sankharas of being a deity who's always giving. So even if you look at our relationship with Brahmins, we can't teach each other, but we can create a cooperative environment that support each other. And that also is a way of receiving them. So God says, along with that, during the year, fixed months when there can be the practice of special effort for yourself and for developing elevated power. You call this tapasya, a retreat, or a bhati. Therefore, according to each country, fix 2 months for this according to the season. 2 months for tapasya, 2 months for small programs, 2 months for large programs. Fix it in this way. It should not be that you become so busy during service for 12 months that there is no time for self-progress. As in the country and the season of that country, so let there be special time for your own progress, because there are times when outside service is not possible. Not to do service throughout the year is not possible. To have to persevere throughout the entire year is also not possible. Therefore, keep both your aim. Each country, whether borrowed or abroad, and fix a time according to your place, a time in which service and self-progress can both happen simultaneously. This is the completion of this year's season. There is a ceremony at the time of completion, and secondly, in spiritual matters, a sacrifice is made. So what will you sacrifice? You give it all away or something so left to sacrifice. I would say, so what will you sacrifice? Sacrifice one special thing with your mind and intellect, not just words. Do not just read it out, but sacrifice it with your mind and intellect, and then see how progress takes place in the self and in service at a fast speed. So today's way is to sacrifice any wasteful vibration for any soul. Are you able to sacrifice the, or will a little still remain? Do not think this person is like that anyway, so the vibrations will remain. No matter what the other person is like, if you change your negative vibration and have positive vibrations, that soul will definitely change from negative to positive. Even if I carry a little sad feeling around me, but I'm still doing everything. People won't notice what you did, but it'll become a sad feeling. And it happens with our animals, it happens with children, it happens with our plants. All of those are picking up vibrations. But what do human beings do? They just move away from us. So it's really a subtle thing, that if I'm having something that's still hurting me, that's still painful, that means in everything I do, I'm going to color those actions with a little bit of pain. And yet Baba has given us an opportunity to bring his energy to us and first heal whatever is inside of us, and then whatever we do, then what happens to us? Then we are light. Our minds, we feel easy, everything else goes easy. Even if it looks like a real lot to do, a real big mess to get done without that hesitation in the head. That feeling of a lot, that word doesn't emerge in our heads at all. So it is to do with making sure that there's a healing inside that is happening on whatever level. 63 birds of stuff we're getting. We think it's going to go away just like that something is wrong. Whether we look at our daddies or our seniors, Brahma Baba had a cough the whole of his life. Mama left the body with severe stage of cancer. Not less pain, not but it never showed in the face. So what does the word Mama do? How to transform them to go beyond it. So it's for each one of us. We might have good health, but we may have another circumstance or situation. Some people may have good wealth, but they don't have resources. So it's another kind of challenge. So each one of us is going to have something that is there. But that little thing, the gift, that when I conquer the situation, it's that the colors will transform. So never ask the question, why is it happening? It's only happening for me. Because where am I going to reach? To my pure purpose, which close and equal to the Father. So Baba says, so today's way is to sacrifice any wasteful vibration for any soul. So even to be attached to someone is a wasteful vibration because I'm holding on to that. Are you able to sacrifice things for the little still remain? Do not think this person is like that anyway, so the vibration will remain. No matter what the other person is like, if you change your negative vibration and have positive vibration, that soul will definitely change from negative to positive. For as long as there are those wasteful vibrations in your mind and intellect, while doing service, service cannot be done at a fast speed. With your spiritual vibration and your attitude while sitting somewhere, you can bring about as much powerful transformation as you wish, because one's attitude is like a rocket. It is a spiritual rocket. You can reach as far as many souls. You can reach as far as many souls, millions of you. You can reach as far and to as many souls as you wish with a powerful attitude, vibration, and atmosphere. Even if they are really wrong, you must not absorb their wrong. So Sachin had this amazing story about this young prince. He went to a sannyasi. And so when the king took his son to the sannyasi, there's some rules that the sannyasi had. So the king was a bit offended that he wasn't given the right regard, So anyway, the king went away and his son remained with the sannyasi. So that sannyasi became to, and he learned whatever he wanted to learn. At the time of going, this young prince tells the sannyasi, I need to give you something because you taught me so much. So the Guru said, I need nothing. No, please you tell me. He said, okay, when I need something, I will request it. But for now, I don't need anything. So then the young prince goes on. Father takes him. Many years go by. But what the father did is, as soon as his son came home, he sent his people to burn that ashram. They were all living in huts. So they totally ruined that ashram. And this little prince didn't know anything, and years went by and grew old and whatever. He was coming to a point where now his father was going to hand him over the kingdom. So the prince thought, I am who I am because of the directions of this guru of mine. I must receive him. So when he goes there, he sees that the whole ashram was ruined, and the guru just found himself a little space, and he's still providing. And so the prince was like a bit concerned, how did this happen? And the guru didn't say anything to him. The child, this prince decided to find out, and found out that it was his father that destroyed everything. Anyway, so this son was a bit like venting his feelings and very angry, wanted to bring harm to his father. And at that point, the guru found out. And the guru said to him, remember you told me that whatever I want you give me. I want that now. He said, forgive your father. Now, that kind of stuff where so much can happen to you. And you don't have 1 ounce taking revenge. Isn't that the king? That it's not what other people go through that brings satisfaction in you. Your satisfaction is coming from you. It's not what is done for you or done to you or done by you. It's just because you are that. And I just thought it was such a deep way of looking at life. That imagine this guru had one gift even he could get this place. He asked forgiveness from his father. So Baba is saying, even if people are really wrong, Sometimes we can't tolerate what is going wrong. I remember once Sr Usha asked very gently, what about justice? Isn't there room for justice in our world? And then he said, where is spirituality? There's no thing like justice. And I think it's a big thing for us to look at, because something does make us angry or upset. We think something is unfair, it's unjust, or it's not lawful. When I become angry, what have I just done? If I give up my peace for anything, then I'm also against the law, isn't it? I've also broken the law of who I am. So Baba is saying here, you can reach as far and to as many souls as we wish with a powerful attitude, vibration, and atmosphere. Even if they are really wrong, you must not absorb their wrong. You understand that is wrong, so why do you absorb what is wrong? Is this Srimad? It is one thing to understand it, but by all means be knowledgeful. But as well as being knowledgeful, be powerful, and do not absorb it inside you, but finish it. It is one thing to understand it, but something else to absorb it, and a different thing to finish it. So you understand that that is wrong, and that is right, that this one is like this, but do not absorb it inside you. You know how to absorb it, but you don't know how to finish it. Knowledge means understanding. However, a sensible person is one who knows how to understand and also knows how to erase something and also knows how to transform it. So, in this season, throughout this year, make your minds and intellects absolutely free from waste. It is this that changes a fast speed into an ordinary speed. Therefore, this year, have the ceremony of finishing this, that is sacrifice, become absolutely clean. No matter what they are like, understand them and forgive them. Develop pure vibrations with your attitude of good wishes and pure feelings. As you move forward to the end, this attitude and those vibrations will increase your service. You will then be able to create at least 900,000 very quickly. Do you understand what has to be sacrificed? A wasteful attitude, wasteful vibration. Then see how you become a natural yogi, an angel in your nature. There will be a retreat for this experience. There will be a workshop, not about how it happened, but this is how it will happen. Not kese. Essay is like not kese, not how, but this way. To those who constantly fly again and again with faith and intoxication of I am incorporeal soul, to the humble souls who gain greatness through their constant humility, to all the elevated and humble souls who make their subtle and incorporeal stages natural and their nature, love, humility, and namaste from Bhakti. And then a blessing today. May you be ignorant of any knowledge of desire and remain constantly content with this life, dying alive. May you be ignorant of any knowledge of desire and remain constantly content with the life, dying alive. Children have died alive in order to be constantly content. Where there is contentment, there are all the virtues and all the powers, because you have made the Creator belong to you. Having found the Father, you have found everything. Even if you put all your desires together, you have received multi-million-fold more than those. Compared to this, desires are like the lamp in front of the sun. Let alone the question of any desire arising, you cannot even have a question about anything like a desire. You are full of all things, and this is why you are ignorant of any knowledge of desire and a constant jewel of slogan. Those whose sanskaras are easy are able to mold themselves in situation. So, that's a nice way. 4 pages later, Baba can still was completely engaged. It was like every paragraph had one more powerful gem. Just that influence, that power that comes from knowing. So Baba is saying, I'm making you equal to me. And giving us the method of how we need to do this. Shanti, so I don't know who is going to be doing the reading for the Zoom class. I hand you over. And Happy New Year to everyone. Om Shanti.